And we welcome you back to another episode of Everyman Driver, where we post new videos to YouTube every day, Monday through Friday. So just click the subscribe button and you'll receive updates on our new video uploads.
This week we've got the Battle of the Pacific. We have the American Chevy Malibu LTZ Turbo and the Japanese Honda Accord Sport.
Coming up on this episode, we compare these two vehicles, obviously. We'll go under the hood to talk about the engine and performance of each. We'll take them for a spin to tell you about the ride and handling. And, of course,
we'll let you know whether we would buy them on the Everyman Driver ownership scale.
Should be a great episode. Thanks for watching. Everyman Driver starts now.
The power plant in the new Malibu is an Ecotec 2-liter 4-cylinder with a twin scroll turbo. This has also got dual overhead cams. The whole engine is good for 259 horsepower with 260 foot-pounds of torque, which is pretty darn fast.
Now, before we get to the MPGs, more on this twin scroll turbo engine we got here, because that's a new term.
Yeah, you'll hear twin scroll, sometimes you'll hear it called two-stage. All it means is that there's two inlets leading into the turbine, a primary and a secondary. The primary is used at lower RPMs, oftentimes slower speeds, and then that secondary opens up at higher speeds, and what that helps to do is minimize turbo lag and give a smoother power band similar to a naturally aspirated engine, but you still get the fuel savings of a turbo.
Well, the fuel economy rating on this is 21 miles per gallon in the city for a midsize sedan and 30 on the highway. I'm sad to say I've been getting on the low end of that, and it's probably because I got a lead foot. I'm trying to go fast with a turbo.
Yeah, this is actually the most powerful midsize sedan, essentially in its class. And so this is a big, powerful engine. So definitely, if you're looking for fuel savings, they make the Malibu Eco, which has a 4-cylinder without the turbos, much less powerful, but much better gas mileage. This is almost more of a kind of approaching muscle car status. Engine in the new Accord Sport is a 4-cylinder with the VTEC that produces 189 horsepower with 182 foot-pounds of torque. Now, the one thing I haven't seen is this says Earth Dreams technology. Not sure what that is. I do know a Lamborghini has Wet Dreams technology.
The Accord, nice one, Alex. The Accord comes with a CVT, which is a phrase or term not a lot of people like because of the way it sounds, but it does mean good fuel economy for the most part. In fact, the EPA on this one is 26 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway. I've been getting in the upper 20s in terms of gas mileage, so I'm very happy with this for what you're getting in terms of how much it costs.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. You can upgrade to the V6 with the upper trim levels. Obviously, you're going to get more power, but you're going to suffer a bit at the pump.
Well, we got pretty lucky here with the roads in Spokane. These aren't too difficult to drive on. Let's talk about ride and handling.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty nice driving car. I don't like most things about this car, but the engine is good and it drives really nice. The electronic steering is good, pretty precise, and the chassis really is pretty good. It doesn't drive quite as big as I would say it looks from the outside.
The Malibu has independent rear suspension, and even on these bumpy roads here in Spokane and Riverside State Park, we're getting a smooth ride, and there's a lot of ice and uneven surfaces, so I'm very happy with that.
I am too. I'm really happy with the whole driving experience. I was driving this car a little earlier, and Chevy is getting closer with a car like this. I think the interior and exterior styling is awful. I think it's this exact styling and philosophy that has made General Motors bankrupt, and they're still in trouble, especially compared to a company like Ford, which is rolling right now. Chevy needs to get with the times. They've just, in my opinion, they've got to get the styling figured out.
So we're talking ride and handling inside the Honda Accord Sport, and I got no complaints. I feel like the steering's responsive, it's an easy drive. Even though it's 189 horsepower, I feel like I got plenty of power once I hit the accelerator. So I don't have anything bad to say about it, but I'm sure you do.
Well, the steering to me felt a little electric. It felt a little power assisted. A lot of my automotive friends might disagree, you included. I wasn't crazy about the steering. The engine, I do agree, I think in this car, the 4-cylinder's got enough power for everything you need. I don't think for an extra $2 or $3 grand, the V6 is really going to be worth it. From a driving standpoint, especially for sort of just a mid-level businessman sedan, really pretty darn good.
This is businessman sedan. I think that's a great way to describe this. It's a classy car. I mean, you take someone in this car, you're not going to be embarrassed whatsoever.
No.
You're going to feel like you're doing the right thing, and I love it. So the MSRP here on the 2013 Chevy Malibu LTZ with a turbo is just over 30 grand. As tested, is just over $34,000. So on the Everyman driver ownership scale of 0 to 72 months, Alex, what do you give this bold beast of a vehicle?
I give this 24 months, and that's being generous. The only reason I'm giving it 24 months is because I like the engine, and this thing actually drives pretty decent, but it's too big. It's too just bulky, ugly. The interior is disgusting looking. This is everything that's wrong with American cars. So 24 months, don't want it.
I want to give this one 48 months. I was on the fence between 48 and 60, but and that's the only reason why is because gas mileage. I want a little better gas mileage, but I do like the way it looks. I like this bold front. And I think it's a big enough vehicle for cargo space in the back. And I think legroom and headroom, you sacrifice that in the back seats, but I spend most of my time driving or in the passenger seat. So I feel comfortable saying 48 months on the Chevy Malibu. So the MSRP here on the 2013 Honda Accord Sport is a steal at $24,190. I think it's a great value for this car. Of course, you already know I love this car. We have no extras on it too, so if you want some more things like satellite, it already has a backup camera, so you're good there. Interior already seems pretty luxurious to me for the price point.
Yeah, so on the Everyman driver ownership scale, what are you going to give it?
Well, you know what I'm going to give it. Actually, I would give this car 60 to 72 months because I would see this car as a complement for my family to the SUV in the family. So if I were to have two cars that have more of a SUV type of vehicle, and this would be my other daily driver. So definitely, it's a 60 to 72 month buy.
He loves it. I'm going to give this car 54 months.
You got to stay in multiples of 12, my man.
54 months. I can't rake it quite as high as, say, the Passat we tested earlier, simply because I liked the German Euro feel as opposed to this, which definitely has more of an import feel. But you made a believer out of me with this car. The trunk space is awesome, leg room is excellent, and depending on your personal preference, you're going to absolutely love the dash. Lots of features, and at under 25 grand, you're absolutely right. You just can't go wrong with this car. Honda is back. And so, Dave, it's that time where I have to ask you, between these two cars, which one would you actually own?
Wow, this is a tough one because I really do like the way this one is set up on the inside. I mean, Chevy, congratulations, well done. I really like this Malibu. I didn't think I would, but I was quickly turned to become a Chevy Malibu fan. There's something about that cockpit. You know, I'm in there, there's that little glow going on, everything is situated just right. I think they've really upscaled this vehicle over here, but I really do like this one too.
Yeah.
But for the way that one drives, I'm gonna go with the Malibu, even though this was my top choice a few car reviews back.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to go with the Accord, and I am a big fan of American cars. I think Ford is doing some of the best stuff in the world right now, but I just found this Malibu to be everything that's wrong with American cars, and especially wrong with American cars about 5 years ago. Exterior styling is ugly, lazy, it's fat, and I found the interior to be frankly ugly. It's not that it didn't have some cool things about it. I just found it to be ugly. I found the seats to be old-fashioned. I look at that and I see a car that a 65-year-old couple is going to drive to the mall. I do not see anything fun, anything sporty. The Honda Accord is one of the best cars on the planet right now. Absolutely have to go with the Accord.
I'm saying that looks bold and confident, whereas this is sleek and sexy. And I'm not 65 years old.
Well,
I
listen,
like that.
My pot belly here is bold and confident. Your six-packs are sleek and sexy. I'll still take the six-pack.
Well said, Mr. Alex, well said. And with that, we will wrap up this comparison between the 2013 Chevy Malibu LTZ with a turbo. And Alex, what is this one?
This is the 2013 Honda Accord Sport.
Just want you to name off the car that you want. All right, hey, that'll do it for this episode of Everyman Driver. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.